McDonald's buildings had a smell that never went away, no matter how many times you cleaned. Old grease, sour milkshake, something sweet rotting in the air ducts. But this place was worse. Sometimes the air tasted almost metallic, like blood. Danny thought about calling Lori, the night manager, to check in, maybe just to hear a normal voice, but he didn't want her to think he was scared. He wasn't scared. Not really. Not yet. He picked up the mop and started toward the back hallway, the one that led to the bathrooms and the supply closet. That hallway was always colder than the rest of the building, and tonight was no different. Danny tried not to look too hard at the shadows piling up in the corners, tried not to notice how the buzzing fluorescent lights seemed just a little dimmer the further he went. He kept telling himself that he was being stupid. It was just another shift. Just another dead night. He was halfway to the bathrooms when he heard the sound, a soft rattle at the front door. Danny froze. He knew he had locked it. He always locked it after lobby hours. He turned slowly, the mop handle slipping a little in his sweaty grip. At the glass doors, someone was standing there, staring in. A man, tall, thin, wearing a black coat that hung down past his knees. He didn't move, just stood there, his face mostly hidden by the hood of the coat, except for the mouth. A smile stretched so wide it barely looked human. Danny's stomach dropped. He stayed where he was, heart hammering against his ribs. The man lifted one hand and pointed directly at the lock. Danny shook his head, mouthing, "Drive-through only." The man didn't react. He just kept smiling, his hand still raised, finger pressed toward the door like a warning. Something about the way he stood there made Danny's skin crawl. He felt like if he stared too long, the man might just slide through the glass somehow. No key, no door handle. Just pour himself inside like smoke. He backed up toward the counter. He needed to call Lori, let her handle it. Danny picked up the phone, pressed the speed dial button they all used for emergencies. He held it to his ear, desperate to hear a voice, any voice. But all he got was static. A low whisper, almost like breathing. He slammed the phone down harder than he meant to. When he looked back at the door, the man was gone. No sign of him in the parking lot, no footsteps, just empty pavement and flickering lights. Danny stood there for a long minute, telling himself he hadn't really seen what he thought he saw. Maybe it was a reflection, maybe it was nothing. He turned back toward the kitchen. That's when he noticed it. The fryer wasn't bubbling anymore. It was whispering, something low and wet and eager,